saw Galal in a tough contest. He showed a lot of heart tonight. What did you make of the fight?
It's exactly what he showed, a huge amount of heart and courage, but unfortunately just came up against a guy who would not be denied tonight in 𝗙𝗘𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗓, who was more experienced as a professional, much more battle-hardened, relentless, sort of dragged Galal into his sort of fight. I thought Yafai was hurt early and he was hurt again in the 7th round. I thought he was so brave and I thought he held himself together as best as he could. I thought the last 2 or 3 rounds were pretty difficult to watch. You know, from a Birmingham fight fan sort of perspective, I know 𝗙𝗘𝗗𝗓𝗪𝗓 was struggling, sort of emotionally almost, to hold it together on commentary. Tough night for Galal, but an education and a very good amateur in with a very good battle-hardened pro, and 𝗙𝗙𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗓's night. He came over, he conquered, he told us he'd do it, he smiled afterwards, he gave a lovely interview. It's a wonderful story for Mexico and for an underdog.
100%. And what do you think could be a next step for Galal Yafai?
I think he's got to take a rest now. Obviously he had a bad cut too, but he's got to dust himself down. He's got to look at what went wrong and go again. He's 32. He's still fresh. He's only his 10th professional fight. He's got bundles of talent, but he's got to work out a way of dealing with these elite lighter fighters, and there are many in Mexico and in Japan, and it's a pool of them, and you know it's a tough jump up because you've got to do it quickly in the sort of flyweight division. It's hard, but you know, Galal won an Olympic gold medal. He's a brilliant talent. You know, he knows probably what he did wrong in there tonight, and I'm sure Rob and him will sit down and work out where to go from here. But he's 32, and he'll come back. He'll come back stronger, I'm sure, and he'll go again. And hopefully, he can still achieve his dream of becoming a world professional champion as well as an Olympic gold medalist. But on tonight's evidence, he didn't get through the acid test that was given to him at this time. I think a fight that most people thought would come through. So yeah, disappointment. But you know, fighters come back, and that's where you learn about yourself. But he did well to get through it tonight. I mean, what kudos for the heart he showed. I thought he was really gutsy, and that's a big tick.
I mean, we speak about his aspirations of world championship just falling short. Is it a tough route back for someone at one of those at a lighter weight? I mean, Galal spoke about, you know, the flyweights, the super flyweights. They don't often get their plaudits. Not necessarily as in the spotlight as some of your big 6'4" heavyweights who can, you know, demand a big fight, even potentially coming off a loss. Is it a tough route back up to the very top for Galal?
It's really hard. Down at fly, super fly, bantam, those sort of weights, they're just the punch rate and the volume, the quality of the little guys can be really intense. And as I said, it's a jump from sort of British level into world, and you've got to get in there with some of them. Remember Charlie Edwards, Sonny Edwards, you know, these guys, really good world champions that we've had in Britain, and you know, it's tough to hold on to those titles, let alone win them. So yeah, it is. It's a very hard pull, but Galal's quality, he's a great fighter, and you know, he's got every chance to come back and do it, but yeah, it's going to be tough.
100%. And looking up for Rodriguez as the next fight. You mentioned Japan a bit earlier on. Potentially a fight with 𝗙𝗘𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗓. If that was to take place, how would you see that fight playing out?
𝗙𝗓𝗓𝗪𝗓's a very good fighter, unified world champion, and he's got a defense coming up. So if he gets through that, I think it's in July. I'd love to see the fight with Rodriguez. He deserves it. What a performance tonight. He's great to watch, and I think he'll give it absolutely everything. Whether he's quite the quality to pull it off, we don't know yet. But I tell you what, he's been a world champion at strawweight, and he's still got that same hunger and desire in these Mexican kids. I mean, he's 32 now. He looked young in there. He looked fresh. They're unbelievable.
He looked like he could keep going for a while.
He did, and I'm sure he'll give it everything in a world title shot. And yeah, you wouldn't want to write him off.
100%. And just a couple more questions to finish off. Just in the wider spectrum of boxing, can I get a prediction on Canelo versus Crawford?
I'm not sure I'll give you a prediction yet, but I'll certainly say it's a fight I cannot wait for. I think Canelo, people are saying he's slightly on the slide. Maybe this is a chance for Crawford to take him. It's a huge jump up for Terence. He's done everything asked of him at every weight, but it's a massive, massive move up. I think Canelo will have the bit between his teeth to go into training, and he'll want this so badly. Look, I like a fighter that goes up sometimes, who's naturally going to have that speed advantage. But yeah, Usyk's done it brilliantly, hasn't he, up to heavyweight? But it is a huge gulf. That's the intrigue about it. Canelo at his very best could be too big and strong, but Terence Crawford has been one of the pound-for-pound best for a while now, and I don't think he's really had its plaudits. He's known obviously throughout the boxing world, but he hasn't really hit the casuals yet. Maybe this is the night. Maybe this is the time for Terence Crawford. But yeah, Canelo in September in Vegas. I mean, you don't really want to go up against Canelo in September in Vegas. He's been an unbelievable legend of the sport. So yeah, it's just it's a fascinating fight, and I just hope I can find a way of getting there and getting into the melee of everyone that will want to be there, because yeah, it'll be tough to get a spot, I think, that night.
Yeah, we'll hope to see you there, Adam, and thank you again so much for your time. Kieran with Boxing Highs with Adam Smith. Thank you
No problem at all.